Greetings, fellow Wacksters, and welcome back to another episode here in Total Warhammer Epic Replays Games. Now, this time we have a 2 versus 2. First on over here we have Greenskins. Let's fight together with Beastmen against Empire fighting together with Dwarves. So, it is good versus evil. One of my favorites to cast as well. Now, let's first go through the Greenskins, shall we? We have here a Night Goblin war boss with 3 Goblin Big Bosses hidden out here in the woods. He has brought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Black Orcs, 2 Orc Biggins, a Orc Shaman, and the Ragnarok Queen, and I believe 1, 2 Rock Loppers, and a Hammer of Gork. Now, fighting alongside with him, there are... anything out here? Nope. Okay, we have 2 Ungor Raiders, 3 Psychors. Wow, that's a big investment. We have Malagor the Dark Omen, 4 of these Minotaurs. Anyone with great weapons or shields? Nope. And, ooh, hidden out here, there is 1 Chaos Warhounds with poison, some Sendigors, Razorgore Herd, and 4 Ungor Herds. Now that is the evil side. Let's see what we have over here for the Empire player. There is Kalfrans on his epic mount. There is a Jade Wizard, some Outriders, I guess just to harass early game. And it seems like they have really boxed up here, so I doubt, well, these guys are boxed up as well with a definitely advantage, so I suppose they will charge out. Anyways, we're going through the Empire player here. There is some Halberdiers, 2 Halberdiers, it seems. 2 Crossbowmen. 1 Great Cannon. Why only 1? Oh, well. 2 Reichsguard fully leveled up. 3 Swordsmen. And 2 Crossbow more. And 2 Handgunners. And Illuminati of Hish. Now, whenever I set up, I would always set up with Handgunners in front of Crossbowmen. Because Handgunners can they have lower range. And crossbowmen can shoot in an arc. So I would place them right behind, and then the unit you want to bombard will be bombarded at the same time instead of like here step by step, as you see by these range guidance. Anyways, last player here we have the Dwarves. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 Longbeards. There is the Gremlin Guard, a Ulthar's Raiders, 2 Quarrelers, and 2 Thunderers, along with a cannon and grudge thrower, Goblobber, and Dragonback Slayers all the way here in the back. Thorgrim Grudgebearer together with a Master Engineer, and I also see a Runesmith and a Thane. Alright, well, let's get to it, shall we? So, I didn't notice. How long is this battle? Okay, 14 minutes? So there will be some kind of indecision. It seems like the Greenskin player is going to take the choice here and move on up forward to begin with. So that should be interesting. Now, what else will happen? The Dwarf player is going to relocate his entire army. Now, the guy who sent me this playthrough made me aware that later in the game, or halfway through the game, the Empire player will actually DC, which was his ally, and therefore he had to take very, very different tactics than what he would normally do when 2 people can communicate, because hey, when an AI takes over, well, then they just basically charge in, from what I have seen. Anyways, I doubt that has happened yet, or all the Empire units would be moving at the moment. So these guys are moving out. Oh, we didn't see what happened over here. What did he get hit by? Probably a spell? No? Luminoid can't shoot that long. I wonder. Anyways, the Greenskin and the Beastmen are going to move up on this flank, which is a good flank considering the amount of artillery the Dwarven player brought, because he will have the cover of the woods. However, there's also all of these ruins, which is very hard and very slow to surpass for them. But if they set up properly over here with their artillery, they should be able to bombard them from the flank and get the nice long hit range. The dwarf warrior, or the dwarf army, realizes this, the player, and he's going to move up his army over here to counteract this, to get it on an even playing field instead, or potentially be moving up here and taking the high ground from them, which would be amazing. But that's the problem with dwarves. You can't really just grab the high ground because, well, they just move too slow. Now, the Empire player hasn't seemed to notice this, and I wonder why, because, I mean, it's quite obvious that their entire movie is moving down here to flank them. And it probably wouldn't have done it. I would have kept some artillery here to ensure that they can't flank. But again, it is dwarves. They don't move that fast. Now the Empire is moving some things. But he's going to go into the woods. Now, I would have moved... Ah, wait. This could be where... Yes. This was the moment he was talking about. Notice how every single unit is just charging straight in. No organized charge or anything. This basically means, yes, he has disconnected. But... let's see what will happen because that. Cannons firing through the woods, always a bad idea. Though it is targeting the Minotaurs, a very good target for them. That, or I would probably also target the Ragnar Queen. Now, how did this Cygor lose all this health? That makes no sense. Now, let's get back into cinematic mode. So, they're going to charge straight in. The dwarf player has realized this, so he's going to start moving up to counteract and be a part of this charge in some way or the other. But dwarves are, again, very slow, and he's far away from action. Let's see how he will deal with this. The Greenskins have moved their heroes out of the woods from here. So, won't be a lot of help yet. Wow, Califrans against Black Orcs, not a good trade at all. They're all just charging in here. What spells do we have on these Black Orcs? Here we go. The pikemen and swordsmen, they're gonna get destroyed by Black Orcs, but here we go. Out here we have the Wacksters fighting with the cavalry of the Beastmen. And at least the skirmishers are mostly all shooting. The Luminars should not at all be out here, but again, it's AI control, so I'm not gonna comment too much on that. AI will do whatever the AI wants to do, however many mistakes. And all these skirmishers should be focusing down the Ragnar Queen because the Ragnar Queen is just way too powerful for the meta right now. See, that was a shot from the Luminar, didn't do any real damage whatsoever. Let's see what the dwarf player, he's gonna line up over here even though he's being prime bombarded. So he's gonna move up his Slayers. Now these Slayers, fortunately, they are one of the few units which move quite quickly. So let's see if they will be able to get here without being intercepted because there's many prime targets for that. So the Empire units are still holding out. They actually have quite a good concave. I mean, noticing how many enemy units there are right here in the thick of it, they're just holding out. And that is exactly what the Dwarven player needs because then he gives his artillery all the time. He's even going to move his infantry back so the enemy artillery is out of range. Because they have been set to special target. That's the problem. You need to always put your artillery and oftentimes also skirmishers into defensive mode. Because that means they are not able to hunt whenever you move your units back. Now the player forgot about this. He's way too focused on this what's called attack here in the center, which means that, well, just too busy. This gives plenty of opportunity for the dwarf player to fire down on all the units over here. Let's check out the kills already on the Goblobber. Only 30. Okay, so not too significant for 16 compared to 14, 4, 13, 7 to 36. Okay, so there's a few kills. So the Slayers actually were able to take out all of these three. Two of them were even ranked up highest and a special one, meaning that that was a valuable charge, and it couldn't have gone better for the dwarves for that. He took out 3 very expensive artillery pieces, so definitely a worthwhile engagement. And very lucky also, if you think about it. So now the dwarves figure out that they need to move up. There's nothing to do. They won't win against 4 Cygors. They need to basically supply all the skirmishers of the Empire AI with some defensive lines. And that is what dwarves do best. Defensive lines. So they are now moving everything up they have. Because, hey, that is the only way they're going to win this engagement. Now, let's see. What do we have next? The Ragnarok is still just charging in, doing all the damage that she can. For some reason, their cannon here is still trying to focus down, I believe, their Goblin War Boss. Now, the Slayers are basically, yeah, they're dead. They have 3 Goblin War Bosses on them. Big bosses. So that is it for them. Now, the Dwarves have set up a perfect skirmishing possibility here, though, yeah, their handgunners just got charged by a 3 Minotaur unit, so not too perfect. But look how many Black Orcs are just clumped together, perfect targets for their artillery. So decent damage. Now here's a big issue I see many players forget to do. Whenever your artillery units pull back like this, maybe these two can't, but this one certainly can, go back to your artillery pieces. There's still catapults here. What ammunition? You could be on it right now and targeting all of this down, and that might make you be the issue that will make you win. So the Dwarves, with their 3 very powerful leaders and Longbeards, are going to take down, or at least try, all of these Minotaurs. Minotaurs are a very powerful unit. Look how they just charge in and destroy everything. And so many of them. Even Ungor Raiders and everything. And that's because, well, for some reason, the Greenskins. Look at all of these Black Orcs. Just all over here, clumped up, running down at Karl Franz. But why would you do that? You need to get out here, take down all of these units. Karl Franz can always wait, or just, I don't know, let him wait, or keep 1 unit on him. Then he would still die in the end. Now here, these guys, they are going to throw in their charges. Let's check this out. Ooh, right in the back of all of these beastmen. That is going to be so devastating. And here comes even a charge, a perfect charge from the AI. That's not something you can count on every single time. What is this spell here? Ah, okay. They survived. Luckily enough. I have no idea what spell that was. Okay, now the Dwarves are going to focus down the Ragnar Queen and all the units here which are clumped up. I don't get why the Greenskin and Beastman player clumped up their units this much, because that just leads to devastation, as you guys will see right now. The Black Orcs coming out of the woods finally. 1 half unit of Longbeards holds back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these. Okay, 4. 1 is over here of these Black Orcs units, and now they're even beginning to rout because they have no idea what to do against such odds, and their artillery is just destroying them utterly. Check out. Told you, these Minotaurs all got destroyed. Now, I have no idea how this player pulled off such a battle, such a, well, we don't know yet, victory. No, it's still even. It's not a victory yet, but he's definitely doing good considering he's playing with an AI. I mean, AIs, they're so predictable and really suck. Now the thing is with dwarves as well, they are really bad at hunting down. So perhaps the dwarf players will try to reform his lines, though he has moved up here to take out these, I don't know, Ungor Raiders, skirmishers, whatever you want to call them. Fortunately, his artillery, well, one of his pieces is still firing, 2 of them is still firing away. It does seem quite useful. And these goblin big bosses are being taken down by Thane, Runesmith, and Thorgan Grudgebearer himself, which is very valuable. Ooh, he just missed him exactly. Ungor Ulfa's Raiders have done quite good damage as well. The Dwarven player should definitely stop this right now because he's doing way too much friendly fire with those few doses. And the Ragnar Queen is even still alive. He's going to try to help out their Night Goblin War Boss along with the Orc Shaman. So let's see how that will go. Back here, the units are slowly getting back into the fight, and now he finally takes these units back on the catapults, but that is just way too late. Look, the Hammer of Gork had 4 catapults ready and half ammunition, more than half. He could have been firing this entire time. And that would probably have won him the battle already. The Ragnar Queen is finally going to fall, and same goes for the Goblin War Boss. 2 big bosses, or 3 big bosses, and now the Orc Shaman as well. Longbeards here in the front are also have also fallen. I guess the Cygors really got a good piece of them. So now it all falls back to the skirmishers. And here, the dwarves and combined with the AI of the Empire player really comes into play. Because look at those lines. They are going to mess them up. I'm just curious here. How many kills does the Luminarch even have? 27. That is quite surprising. I mean, considering the low rate of fire, being in woods the entire time, probably hitting trees half the time as well, I'm surprised that even happened. Malagor the Dark Omen is still up. I wonder how he did that. Again, if you look at his spells he has down there, how does it make any sense that he brought... Yeah, that's every single spell he can. Don't ever do that. If you bring a spellcaster to a multiplayer game, remember to take out the spells you're not going to use, because they cost a lot of money. They can be an entire other unit or an upgrade of a different unit. Not worth it at all. The leadership for these Longbeards is surprisingly well. I mean, considering they have been devastated, there is 23 out of 100 units left in this unit, and they're still standing. Even though they're being fired down among Cygors and Malagor. Okay, now the Beastmen and Empire player is just... Not Beastmen, sorry. Dwarves are charging in. Ha! Brain fart. And he's going to focus down Malagor, because when Malagor falls, that will be the end of this. If he falls. But he should. Wow, nice hit on the Cygor right here from the cannon. He fell. Took a nice crashing. This Cygor here is just standing still. He should be charging back in. But it seems like Malagor... No, Malagor is running. And I cannot blame him, because look at all of these angered dwarves coming right at him. So many. Thorgrim has plenty of health. Ooh, another good hit on the Cygor. Imagine how much power it would take to take down such a Cygor. And now we have the mass rout. So as I was saying, I have no idea how the dwarf player pulled this off. That was Pyrrhic victory nonetheless. They won. He won this on his own with an AI that just basically charged in at the wrong moment in bad lines, and for some reason the Greenskin and the Beastman player really messed this up. Anyways, it was a pleasure doing this cast for you guys. If you guys enjoyed it, well then hit the like button wherever you got, and please subscribe. See you guys in the next one. Whack out.